if you could start, and don't be homers on this one. You guys are general managers right now. And I know you guys aren't homers to begin with. I take that back. I'm sorry. We're the all 49ers over here. We're extremely professional. So if you had to start a football team with Jimmy Garoppolo or Dak Prescott, who would you choose and why?
I've never been a huge Dak guy, but also if I'm starting a franchise and it's not one of those top quarterbacks, I'd rather build the whole team up and then get the quarterback in that instance. So Jimmy G is probably the cheaper asset for the next 4 years, and that's why I would go Jimmy G.
That's an interesting point, and I really like it. Good call. Nick.
With Garoppolo and Prescott, at face value, I'd say it's pretty much a toss-up. And then you have to take into consideration the system, the talent. With Prescott, more mobility, a little bit of a stronger arm. I like Jimmy Garoppolo's arm talent a lot more. And Grant, remember, we had that comparison with Brett Favre, not so much from the career trajectory standpoint, but more so he's just a gunslinger that believes that he can fit in tight passes. And that's something that you can't really coach. It's just Garoppolo's mindset. And I like that aspect about him. And I feel like he's a winner. And he's won more than Prescott, and that's kind of what it boils down to for me. So I'd give Garoppolo the edge just because, and a lot of it's system-based too. If you put Prescott in Garoppolo's position with Shanahan, I don't know if he goes 22-6. I think that's Garoppolo's record, including the playoffs with Shanahan. And if you put Garoppolo in Dallas with the weapons that Prescott has, I feel like Garoppolo can match those numbers. So I give Garoppolo the edge over Prescott.
Okay, you guys made great points, and I think what Maverick said really swayed me. I mean, Prescott's holding out for like $35 million a year. I couldn't bear giving that to any quarterback, let alone Dak Prescott. So at least, I guess I would have to go with Jimmy just for economics. But let me answer the question a different way. Who's a better quarterback, or who would I feel if the money were the same? Who would I feel more confident choosing? And I'm going to say Dak. And it's nothing against Jimmy. It's just that Dak has 4 seasons of starts under his belt. He's got a full, I mean, you know what Dak is. With Jimmy, you still don't know. Is he a good decision maker? Is he not? Don't know. You know what I mean? Things like, does he have a good deep ball? Don't know. He's still a work in progress. And he's a cool 4 years older. And he has a torn ACL in his background. So I would say if you were just picking who is the safer pick right now, it's Dak. And you say like he doesn't have the success. That's true. He had to play for Jason Garrett. That's tough. Jimmy played for Bill Belichick and then Kyle Shanahan. That's pretty good. 2 of the best. If Dak Prescott had been, let's see what he does this year with Mike McCarthy. I don't think he's that great, but he's a step up from Jason Garrett. I think if you put Dak Prescott on the Niners in this offense where you throw a bunch of 6-yard passes, he'd be pretty good. He's got more mobility than Jimmy Garoppolo, and he's got something Jimmy has. They both have that confident, poised calmness about them that stands out, that Kyler Murray has, that some quarterbacks have and some quarterbacks don't. I've always felt that Dak had it from the first time he came to Levi's in 2016 and just tore the Niners apart. The Jim O'Neill defense. Anyway, you guys made good points. $35 million a year for Dak is just unacceptable.
Quick add on here, because we're going a safe pick, like you're talking about. Prescott's the safer play if you had to choose between the two of them. Ceiling wise, who do you think has the higher ceiling? Because like you said, we haven't seen Garoppolo put up consistent. No, we haven't seen him start consistently. In the 1 year, he started a full 16-game season. He had 28 touchdowns, and nearly 4,000 yards. So whose ceiling would you say is higher if you were willing to take a risk and not necessarily go with a safe pick?
Well, in terms of a physical skill set, Dak has mobility that Jimmy can't match. I know you like Jimmy's arm. I think they both have a good arm. I think physically the difference between them is the mobility. And then the real question is going to be decision-making. Is Jimmy Garoppolo a good decision-maker? Don't know. He's still inexperienced, so you give him a pass. I think Dak Prescott actually does a pretty good job protecting the football. So I don't know about Jimmy's ceiling. I kind of like Dak Prescott. But again, I think they both are kind of close to what they're going to be. I don't know. What do you think, Maverick?
Well, I mean, Dak also has, like you said, he has the better weapons right now, and he's also had Ezekiel Elliott taking off a lot of pressure for a lot of games. And if we're going for the safer pick, Dak can pretty much guarantee you 7 or 8 wins every year, but Jimmy has the possibility of 12. So, I mean,
that's true. That's true. Hey, good points. I just feel for a guy who had to play 4 years for Jason Garrett. I mean, I wouldn't wish that on anyone.